Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I'm back again to talk to you about tips on how Filipino VAs can land American clients. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today focused on finding someone to work with. A lot of times you're going to be just one of thousands, if not tens of thousands, of people out there that all look and sound the same in a sense. You've got the similar backgrounds, you got similar looking resumes, you can do similar things. You got to find a way to stand out from the crowd. And no matter how good you are at promoting yourself, you can always be more successful if you have someone promote you. It always sounds more, it's a stronger case. It always sounds better when someone's talking about you versus you talking about yourself. You can be great at selling yourself, but when someone endorses you, it just has more weight. And so when you're trying to find a client to be able to work with, you're trying to be a graphic designer or a web developer, or you're doing social media or whatever it is that your strength, and you want to get in front of people, you need to have somebody that sometimes to help you do that. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can work with someone like me. You can have a broker deals for you. You can be a freelancer and not work for an agency or company. That's one option you can go. But if you want to keep the flexibility and control of your own schedule and you just find your own clients, maybe a broker can help you do that. A broker basically brokers the deal, right? Finds the client, finds the VA, matches them up, takes a fee or a percentage off the top. But most of the money ends up going to the VA. So anyway, here's how I do it. I find clients by getting out there and being in front of people, in the front of the room. So I travel around with a group that's in front of small business owners every week. We're a group of speakers, of small business experts, of coaches, of trainers, of authors, and we get in front of a lot of different small business groups. Pretty much every week I'm in front of 20, 30, 40, 50, sometimes even over 100 business owners at a time. And I'm talking to them about how they can hire a VA to free them up so they can focus on what they do best and not be stuck in Busyville and having trouble growing their business. So find someone like me, right? So I find the clients. Number 2, you have to prepare your story. If you want to work with me, I can't just take your resume. I can't sell that. I can't go to somebody and say, hey, hire this person because they have a nice looking resume. I can't even take someone's portfolio who's kind of a bunch of images or videos or things you've done. Those help, right? But what you need to do is do a couple things that really make your story special. I talk about this in other videos, but basically you got to do 3 things, right? You got to have a killer profile on Facebook and on Instagram and on LinkedIn, but you got to look professional. You got to look like someone wants to hire you. You got to be able to speak to the camera. You got to record a video. Even if don't have the perfect English and you're not really comfortable doing that, if you're kind of introverted, you got to get out of your shell. You got to interact a little bit. If you want someone to hire you to help them grow their passion, something they're sinking all their time and energy and money into, if you want someone like that to work with, you got to step up your game too, right? So make sure your story is good. You have good profiles, you have good videos. You don't just send a resume, you send a profile that has all the things in it. It's colorful, it's fun, it's got a nice picture. Don't use college headshots. Don't use bad to see photos. Don't just use black and white. You've got to have a great story to tell. Number 3, when we sign a contract, basically you're going to sign with me to be a broker. I'm going to find you clients. I'm going to take 20%. That's how I do it. I'm not the only one who does this, but you can find someone who is an expert in American small business and entrepreneurship who can do that middle work for you. Number 4 is I'm going to set things up, right? So set up the client. I'm going to set you and the client up. I'm going to do a Zoom call. We're going to get together. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to make sure it's a good fit. The client's going to hire me, and then I'm going to act as a broker and employ you as a freelancer. So the money goes from the client, would pay me, then I pay you, right, after taking my percentage. So that's how it works, pretty straightforward. Again, I would love to work with everyone, but you got to up your game. I see so many people who want to be a good VA, who want to try really hard, but they don't position themselves well, and they don't have somebody advocating for them. That's where I come in. So, Dan Meyer, you can find me on Instagram, The Mighty D1. You can find me on Facebook, Daniel Meyer. You can find me on YouTube. In fact, subscribe to the channel and drop comments below if you have any feedback for us. But that's my 5 tips today, right? My 5 tips to find a broker so you can work with someone like me to help you find clients here in the United States. Thank you for your time. Now go out there and be awesome.